As usual, we will begin with the chakra vibration practice. And the chakra vibration practice, we begin with the root chakra or the Muladhara. And this is the point in between the anus and the genital area. Focusing there as we squeeze and feels like squeezing the buttocks a little bit. We do the sound lam and we hold the mudra, the little finger pressed against the thumb. So take a deep breath in. Lam. 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 Release the mudra and continue. Lam. 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 Last time. Lam. Now bring the awareness 1 inch above the perineum, and this is behind where we urinate. And here, as we gently compress from front to back, we use the mudra, the ring finger pressed against the thumb, and we do the mantra, Vam. Take a deep breath in. Vam. 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 Release the mudra and continue. Vam. 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 Now bring the awareness behind the navel, and as you draw in at the navel a little bit, do the mantra Ram, and you can have the mudra, the middle finger pressed against the thumb. Take a deep breath in. Ram. 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 Release the mudra and continue. Ram. 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 Last time. Ram. Bring the awareness in between the breasts and the middle of the body, and here we do the sound Yam, and we hold the mudra, the index finger press against the thumb. Take a deep breath in. Yam. Yam. Yum. Yum. Yam.
Yum. Yum.
Yum. Yum.
Yum. Yum.
Yum. Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum. Yum.
Yum. Yum.
Yum. Yum.
Yum. Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Release the mudra and continue. Yum. Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Last time.
Yum.
Bring the awareness to the throat, and here we do the sound hum. And when we do that, the mudra is thumbs up with a loose fist. Take a deep breath.
Hum.
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 Release the mudra. Hum.
Hum.
Bring the awareness to the middle of the head. And here we will do the sound chum. And again, thumbs up mudra. Chum. 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 Release the mudra and continue. Chum.
Sham.
One last time.
Sham.
Top of the head, we do Om. Again, thumbs up mudra. Take a deep breath in. Release the mudra and continue. Last time. Observe the lightness in the body and above the head. And now we go on to our happy face breathing. The happy face breathing is the Ujjayi Pranayama. Those of you who know it, please continue. The others, keep your eyes closed and keep your attention at the throat. Don't let your attention from the throat waver, even whatever else you're doing. Now make a big smile, a happy face, and observe the slight stretch in the throat. And as you inhale and exhale, feel like the air is rubbing against the stretch in the throat. Continue this with your slow breath in and out, but the capacity of each person will be different. If anybody, as a result of the aging process, has COPD, the breath may not be very long. Then in which case, you still get the effect, but you continue slowly. I'll show you how I do it, but you may not be able to do as long. I inhale, I raise the hand.
Dr. Rajan, I cannot see your picture.
The picture has now come to you because you spoke. So now hopefully you can see it again.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, please continue. Rekha, your Ujjayi is not working. You may want to make a bigger smile and a little bit more of an effort at the throat. Any of you who have tightness in the wrist or fingers or carpal tunnel, you can keep your hands flat on the floor in front of you and putting pressure on the hands, do the Ujjayi pranayama. So if you're sitting on a chair, You can go back on the chair, spread out your legs and keep the palms on the chair and keep the weight on the hand and continue doing the Ujjayi Pranayama.
Dr. Rajan, quick question. This is Balagopal. I feel into a deep, like a sleep when I do Ujjayi for a long time. Is that okay?
Yes, that's because you don't get enough sleep during your regular night sleep. And once you sleep better, everything will be fine.
Okay, thank you.
So if you feel sleepy, go to sleep.
Okay.
Okay. So now let's go on to our respiratory mantra. Visualize a line from inside your sternum going up to the top of the head and vibrate the mantra with 3 syllables. Haim, Im, and Haim, Im, and So feel the flow like Haim, Im, Haim, Im, Haim, Im, It's flowing along that line from the sternum to the top of the head going out of the body. So visualize that vibration. This is not a mantra that you say verbally. Unlike the chakra vibration, just mentally visualize it. Carry on.
So here the breathing is normal.
Breathing, you don't even focus on it. The mantra has no correlation with the breathing.
Okay.
Continue. Okay, now let's go on to our spinal alignment exercises. So as you exhale, bring your ear towards the shoulder, one shoulder, inhale, come back up. Exhale, go towards the other shoulder and continue. Inhale up and exhale the other side. Continue. Okay, now as you exhale, turn your head as if you're looking over one shoulder. Inhale, come back. Exhale, turn the head the other way. Inhale, come back and continue. Okay. Now as you inhale, take the head back. And as you exhale, bring the chin towards the chest. Continue. As you exhale, bring the chin towards the chest, and then we do 360-degree turn. Inhale, half a circle, and exhale, complete the circle. Continue in the same direction. Now let's go in the opposite direction. Inhale the other way, half a circle, and exhale, complete. Okay, now let's go on to our shoulder exercises. Inhale, lift up one shoulder, exhale, rotate it back, bring it down. Inhale, lift the other shoulder, exhale, rotate back, bring it down. Okay, now let's do the hand exercises. Keep the hand up, inhale, make the palm perpendicular to the forearm and spread out the fingers. Exhale, thumb in and downward facing fist. Continue. 1, exhale. 2, exhale. 3, exhale. 4, exhale. 5, exhale. And last time, 6, exhale. Now, as you inhale and exhale, rotate around the wrist. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now let's do reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Elbows in line with the shoulders, loose fist or loose hands. And as you inhale, go around the wrist and the fingers. Inhale and exhale. Continue. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's go backward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now interlock the fingers, bring it behind the head, and keep the elbows in a perfect line with each other. And as you exhale, turn to one side. Keep the head up. Inhale, come back. Exhale, go the other way. Inhale, come back. Continue. Okay. Now we do both shoulders together. Inhale, lift up both the shoulders. Exhale, rotate it back and bring it down. 2, 3, 4, 5, and last time 6. Okay. Now raise your hands up, and as you exhale, cross it over the opposite shoulder. Take the other hand behind and turn and look as far to the side as possible. Inhale, come back. Exhale, go the other way. Inhale, come back. Exhale the other way. Continue. Okay, that's good. Now, let's cross one leg over the other knee and get hold of the knee on the top with your interlocked hands. And as you exhale, not only you lift up the knee, you cross it over. And as you cross it over, turn the head to the same side as the knee you're holding. Inhale, release, and exhale, pull and turn. Continue. Now let's cross the other leg over. And as you exhale, pull. Okay. Now we can do our cycling exercise. Actually, let's forget the cycling exercise. Let's stand up. And those of you who need support, keep your hands on your chair firmly, but make sure the back does not bend. You're only bending from the hip. Keep the head up and try to lean forward as much as you can. Those of you who don't need back support, get your elbows behind behind you, and then as you exhale, lean forward and try to come down without bending your knees. Keep the feet shoulder width apart, inside of the feet parallel to each other, and come down as much as you can. Breathe normally and stay in that position. As you inhale, slowly come up and take your seat. And now we will do the alternate nostril breathing, the Anulom Vilom Pranayam. We won't worry too much about how you keep the fingers. I've explained it before. We'll do that over the weekend. Close your right nostril, inhale from the left and visualize the vibration going to the middle of the head from the opposite side, from the right side. Then close the left nostril and exhale through the right side and visualize the vibration coming from the left side going out of the right. Inhale from the right and going to the middle of the brain, and close the right nostril and exhale from the left as you feel it coming from the right. Continue doing. That is good enough. Now we go on to our Bhastrika Pranayama, our full deep breathing. And in this one, again, I'm going to skip too much details because we don't have enough time. You can do either with your hands in the abdominal area. As you inhale, belly comes out, chest expands as you breathe more, and shoulder goes back as you complete the breath. And as you exhale, you let everything come down in. Remember not to strain. Remember not to push your belly too much inside in a strained way. Let it go as much as it will go in an easy way. Straining is a bad idea, okay? And same way you can do with the elbows by the side. You can inhale and feel it go back, and exhale, come down. So let's begin. 1. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. 20. Exhale. We will continue a little more because we don't have a second round. 21. Exhale. 22. exhale. 23. Exhale. 24. Exhale. 25. Exhale. Last time, 26. Exhale. Bring down the hands, keep your eyes closed, and observe the sensations in your head. Observe how it dissipates. Observe the lightness you feel in the head and other parts of the body, and keep observing it. Once the sensations have left the head, you may still feel it in the neck and shoulder and further down. Just keep watching it. But then we will go on to our meditation. Mentally tell yourself, I give up all ideas and concepts and I care about nothing. And if you have a personal mantra, you can do it. Otherwise, just watch your breath and listen to the Om in the background. Tell yourself mentally, affirm to yourself, may I be guided to fulfill the purpose for which I'm born. And with that as the thought, raise your hands and bring it 6 inches in front of your eyes and look straight into the palm of your hands when you open the eyes. So good. So we will close out over here for the practice session. Now we can go on to any introduction of anybody who is new. And though anybody who's new who wants to speak up, please just unmute yourself and you can start talking. Anu Varshane, go ahead. Unmute yourself. You can
Hi.
introduce yourself.
Namaste, I'm Anu Varshni. I'm Radha Danayak's friend. She told me about this program about a month ago, and I was thinking I'll join today, tomorrow. Today I thought that I'm just going to join you all and do these breathing exercises with you, and it was a great experience. A little bit about myself. I live in Houston, Texas. I'm a CPA by profession, and I have come to a point where I work part-time. I work 5 months in a year, and rest of the 5-6 months I take it easy. It just so happened that my easy part is now falling within the COVID times. So there's a lot of self-love and self-learning and self-awareness that I can do. Thank you very much for having me in this session today.
Thank you and welcome. Anybody else? Well, this week we crossed a certain mark. Yesterday we had 185 connections, and that means for me it is 8 screens instead of 7. We were, since the beginning of this month, we have been around 160, and slowly week by week we have increased. And now we are at the 185 is what we last reached. And as some of you have experienced, when you share the good news by email with your friends, they don't respond. You have to talk to them and pick and choose who you want, speak to 2 or 3 people and no more. And that will take care of, getting maybe 1 or 2 additional people. And if we can hit the number 200 next week, it's a good goal to have. End of next week is July 31st. So when we go to August 1st, we should have crossed that number 200. Let's see whether we can make it happen. Okay, so now,
We will.
Devji, go ahead.
I said we will cross 200.
Okay, excellent, excellent.
Actually, we should invite our friends, 1 or 2 people, and then ask them to experience the yoga session, and then ask them to recommend it to others.
That's a very good idea, but only thing is in this COVID season, I don't know who will want to come and join you at your home, right?
Not at home, from their home to experience this first.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Dr. Radha,
Yes, go ahead, Sharmishta Gupta.
Sharmishta, yeah, I've been trying to also connect my friends.
Sorry, you have to speak a little louder.
I said I'm trying to convince my friends to, so I think 1 or 2 are joined, and I'll try more. But so my question was, I have very bad dreams in the night, and I'm just wondering if you suggest any mantra or any exercise before going to bed that will help.
Okay. What I will suggest is do this chakra vibration before you go to sleep.
Which one is that?
The chakra vibration, the first one we do, lam, vam, ram, all of those.
Okay.
Yeah, do it 5 times every day before you go to sleep in each chakra.
Okay.
And see what happens. And you can, after 1 week, tell me how you're feeling.
Okay, thank you.
Since the screen is here, I just want to tell you, from last Tuesday, my knee has improved a lot.
Oh, excellent.
It's still there, but it's I think in 8-9 days, it has improved a lot.
Excellent.
Thank you. Thank you very
Excellent.
much.
Thank you for telling us.
Just wanted to share.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead. Question, comments, welcome at this time.
How, I'm wondering, is there any mudra that we can do for, when we wake up in the middle of night and then cannot go back to sleep?
Okay. See, what happens is if the question is about why you're not going back to sleep, if you find yourself agitated or anxious, then there is a mudra for that.
Yeah.
But if you're not agitated or anxious, but on the other hand, it is just that sleep is not coming, then in which case, yeah, mudra is not there. What you can do is you can do a breathing technique.
And which one will that be?
Okay. So if you're agitated, you just curl your index finger into the base of the thumb, bring the middle finger to the thumb and bring it together and very calmly place it in your lap or wherever and just be over there. Any mental agitation will go away. Okay?
Like
and
this?
hold it for a minute. Yes, that's right. You have it. Now, on the other hand, if you find it is not mental agitation, just the sleep is not coming back, you're trying to fall asleep, then in which case, focus on your throat and do the happy face breathing. And don't worry about watching the time. You keep doing it and just keep the focus on the throat. You won't know when you fell asleep. It may be 5 minutes, it may be 15 minutes, but you'll fall asleep.
Lying down, doctor?
Yes, lying down, you can do that. The only requirement is don't keep the pillow over the head, to bend the head. What you do is keep the pillow over the shoulder, that is extending all the way halfway to the head, then the neck won't bend. Make sure the neck doesn't bend.
Dr. Rajan, I have a question.
Go ahead.
So you said that, actually it's two questions. One was a continuation from a previous conversation we had. I mean, expanding the reach of through increasing the number of our yoga participants is one way to do it. But the amount of research you're doing, is there any way to make that mainstream by publishing it somewhere and getting critical thoughts on it and making it more mainstream, what you're doing? So that
See, what happens is we have had a lot of discussion on this matter. Yes, we want to impact the mainstream medical community and all of that. So we are working in that direction. But after working with the mainstream medical community for 10 years, we think that for them, they are like, a dog's tail. You cannot straighten it too, quickly. It's not going to happen. Okay. But on the other hand, what it is if you want more people to benefit and your friends and people to benefit, your word of mouth is more powerful than everything else. But we will work through all avenues, okay? But we will go that direction. I think Nareshji is going to say something.
I just wanted to say that every day I spend 1 or 2 hours writing something and put on LinkedIn and Facebook and Twitter. And message is getting there. I mean, I'm getting a little bit of, it's everybody else can do it too. Okay, we are the messengers here. He is the message is sitting in between all of us, and we are the messenger. We can do better job. I'm doing my share. You all can do better. And I just wanted to make another comment about, for 20 years, I was spending 30 to 60 minutes in the LA Fitness for tuning my muscles, ligaments, body. For 4 months, I have not gone there, and I have not lost any muscles. I feel as young as I was 4 months ago. So I think something is happening in my muscles of leg that I feel younger. So if you want to reduce the aging process, this is what you spread to all of you, practice it and dissipate it to your friends, family, say something good about it. Let them experiment it. Let them listen to the videos. So this is my message. Thank you, Dr. Narayan.
Oh, thank you. There are a few questions that are there.
Dr. Rajan, can I ask a question?
I will get to you one moment. There are a few questions in the chat box. Is Chaitanya Mistry still around or has he left?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay. So he has asked the question, We have high mim for the respiratory thing. Do we have anything for fever? Actually, what we have found is this flu-related symptoms also are affected by the same mantra. Okay, so try the high mim for fever and tell me if it works. Then we will share it with others.
Thank
Okay.
you. Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, and then the next one we have is the Om continuous with a pause or with a quick stop? Actually, all of it is with a pause. When we do things, we do it with a pause. Okay, and then the next question we have over here is when we practice Aim Imam mantra, somebody says they feel like it is going towards the right or left instead of exactly in the center. This is a question Anila had asked yesterday. And so it is really that there is something in the body that is creating an imbalance. Whichever side it is going, press the middle finger and the ring finger with your thumb and press it and hold it. It will balance it off. Actually, that is the reason I did the alternate nostril breathing today. Before, we don't normally do alternate nostril breathing, and I was running out of time before the Bhastrika, but I did the alternate nostril breathing only because I sensed there was a imbalance between the left and the right. Okay, so the next question that is there is but is it your imagination that the group session appears to be more satisfying than practicing alone? No, it is not your imagination. The group energy has a bigger impact when we do together, and that is why being together is more helpful. Okay, now, yes, please go ahead.
Dr. Rajan, I am having a lot of sensation in the front of head. Not during the practice only, even otherwise for last few days.
Yes.
It's bothering me. What can I do?
Don't feel bothered. Enjoy it. You see, Maharishi Mahesh Yogi used to say all of these sensations are the process of what he calls, inducing creative intelligence is the word he uses. So it's all happy stuff. Enjoy it.
Really?
Yes. And wait and see what happens to you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Rajanji.
Yes.
This Anulom Vilom Pranayam, instead of doing it physically, closing one nostril and all that.
Yes.
Can we just do it mentally?
Yes, yes, it will work.
Because it is, when I do mentally, you start to feel that it is moving that way.
Yes, yes, yes. Doing it mentally is the higher level. Since now you find that you can do it, please go ahead. It's better than doing it with hand.
Thank you.
Continue. Okay. So
Dr. I have a question.
Yes.
So when I'm doing the Ujjayi pranayam, just like Avani, I have the same problem. So I think my body is trying to adjust it by moving the eyes up and down. Like while I close my eyes, it moves up and down, only then it works properly. Is that okay?
Perfectly okay. As you go along, it will figure itself out.
Okay, thank you.
Don't focus on your eye. Focus only on the throat.
Okay.
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 It is actually indicative of some kind of a problem within the connectivity nadis, but as you go along, it will purify itself and it will stop eventually.
Okay.
No problem.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So shall we go on to the Yoga Sutras?
Yes, I can share my screen.
Yes. Kumar Subramanian had a question.
I
have a question.
You can go ahead.
Okay. Did Arun Chakla say he had a question?
Yeah. So, doctor, if you said that don't react, respond to erase your karmas, right? So if somebody, if a person is taking a revenge after 6 months, okay, or for something he thought that was done wrong to him, is it a reaction or a response?
Okay. I cannot answer that question without examining the situation. You see, what happens is if you see it as a revenge and if it is something that has been burning inside, yes, it is a response. But on the other hand, it is a thing where the thought was not there, but at some point in time, something induced him. It may have been part of the process of the karmic flow. So we cannot tell, but most likely it's a reaction.
Okay, so that is a reaction. Okay, that explains.
Okay, and thank you so much. Somebody was leaving, Deepak Vashi. So thank you so much for your response. Maybe tomorrow you can introduce yourself. Okay, bye. Okay, so coming back over here to the Yoga Sutras, we were in this few sutras over here. The nature of creation is being noted over here, and the point being made over here is how it is by the Supreme, simply by it is the process of experiencing of the Supreme that stimulates creation, and the one program that is created that multiplies into many in order to fulfill different aspects of the activation. And so you can understand, the way to understand is, while somebody was yesterday trying to say, no, everybody should be programmed the same way. Well, I'm going to have you reflect on the statement that Krishna mentions to Draupadi when she got 5 husbands. He explains to her, in your previous lifetime, you wanted all these 5 qualities in a single husband, and it was not possible. So you got 5 of them, right? So the thing is, basically, that is the context in we need to understand. And anybody who is fixated on thinking everybody is going to be the same, it doesn't work. That is not how Srishti operates. And now let's go on to Sutra. And of course, Sutra number 6 also we completed. That is, anytime you do dhyana and the mind stops, then in which case activation can no longer be sustained by the chitta. Okay? Then in which case you're being a pure observer. So but now let's continue to Sutra number 7. Karma ashukla akrishna yoginaha trividham itaresham. Karma is the karmas that you create, your reactions. They are of the nature of, as Patanjali calls it, as black or white. But the idea of it is positive or negative. What is positive karmas? Positive karmas are typically called punya, or positive reactions, feeling happy about something done. And what is it, the negative? The black one is regrets. And so neither and the regrets are really what are called papa. So the papa or punya, the exaltation or regrets of whatever you observe reactions, neither of these are there with yogis. So ashukla means not white, akrishna means not black, the karma. These are not, this is the nature of it for yogis, yoginaha. Trividham itaresha. But it is of 3 different kinds for everybody else who are not yogis. Itaresha means everybody else. So what is it in 3 ways? Well, it could be black, it could be white, or it could be a mixture of black and white, right? So in other words, you have negative reactions, or you have positive reactions, or you have partially positive and partially negative reactions. So every time you think of a situation and say there is good news and there is bad news, then you're saying there is good reaction and there is bad reaction, right? So Trividham Itaresham, that is how we understand for common people. But now all of you are looking from the direction of a yogi, namely not to be reactive, then in which case it doesn't affect you. So this is why in the traditional sense, if you're a person who is a donor, who has donated something or this thing, the fact that you have donated, that you have done something good, it doesn't mean anything to you anymore. It just felt from inside it had to be done. So it made no difference to you, that you did something good or bad. There is no reaction for you, right? So this is why in commonly from a yogi's perspective, any of those transactions mean nothing. However, commonly when you go into various social settings, it is common for people to want or feel good if they get recognition. And so you go to any, whether it is the India House or whether to any temple or whatever, they will have a plaque of all the big donors who have done it over there, right? So that concept means then in which case there is an expectation of feeling good or bad if the person feels they want it. In exceptional case, I know donors will say, please don't put any plaque for me. I don't want any recognition. So the thing is, this is the concept of how yogis will react. Then the sutra number 8, tataha, from that, tat vipaka, anugunanam, tat vipaka, from that fruitioning, anugunanam eva abhivyaktihi vasananam. Okay. So what happens is, now from that, the fruitioning process results in the flow of energy. Anugunanam refers to the flow of the nature of energy. Eva abhivyakti, eva means also its expression. Eva means also, abhivyakti is its expression. Vasanana. So its expression is in the form of leanings, vasanas. Vasanas are orientations, and of course, they are part of our cycle of everything that goes. If you are a person who is in a previous lifetime always getting attracted and you feel good about music, then in which case that comes to you and you become an expert physician, a musician in the next birth. So essentially, vasanas are leanings that are inculcated because of the role of the mind getting attracted into various places. So next is sutra number 9. Jati desha kala vyavahitanam. Vyavahitanam means separated. Jati is the situation of birth. Desha is the place of birth. Kala is the time. So the situations of birth, the place and the time, all of these, vyavahitanam, separated by all of these, api, anantaryam smriti sanskarayoho eka rupatvat. Eka rupatvat means like one in itself, one form. And api is also anantaryam smriti sanskarayoho. Anantaryam means unending, infinite. Smriti is memory, sanskarayoho. So in other words, what happens is that one entity that is created, in the beginning that separates into many little small entities, all of these entities remember all of these reactions and how the energy flows and the vasanas form with infinite memory. And the sanskara is the bundle of all the programs sitting together. Okay. And they remember it even though they are separated by birth, by the place, by the times, even though they are separated by all of that, as if it was one, it has infinite memory of all of this. Then sutra number 10. Tasam anaditvam cha ashisho nityatvat. Tasam, of that, anaditvam is unending, without beginning. Cha also. Ashisho, expectation. Ashisha is expectation. Nityatvat, on a permanent basis. So what happens is, anytime programs are there, it impels you to have expectations. Let's continue to sutra number 11. Hetu phalashre alambhanaihi sangrihitatvat esham abhave tat abhava. Hetu means cause. Phalashraya means supported or resting upon the concept of expectation of fruition. Alambhanai, resting upon that, supported by. Sangrahitatvat means as if collected, in collection. because of the cause of the collection of all of this. Esham abhave, all of Esham means all of these, abhave not being there, tat that, abhavaha, it doesn't exist, abhavaha not being there. So in other words, what is being said is that because of the reactivity, the vasanas are there, and the sanskaras that are existing within you are as a result of the reaction. So the cause being the expectation of the fruitioning or the reaction or the what you're expecting from it, and this being fully collected, this forms as this whole collection that stays over there. It is because of that. However, if you don't have that reaction, then there will be none of this left. So in other words, if you're not reacting, then in which case there is no programs left over there to fruition. And then let's continue to Sutra number 12. Atita anagatam swarupataha asti advabhedat dharmanam. So atita is what is past. Anagatam is what is going to come in the future. Swarupatvat means how it is presenting itself in you. Asti, asti is or exists, asti. Adva bhedat means, adva means, bhedat means separated. Adva bhedat means in a beyond the body sense, that is adva is going, adhi means what is beyond the physical world, dharmana. So in order to fulfill the purpose of the cosmic flow, te vyakta sukshma guna atmanaha. Te, all of these, vyakta is expression, is sukshma is subtle, guna atmanaha, and their expression is in the form of gunas or vibrations, and that is where the atmanaha is the core. The core is how does it express itself, the core? In the form of vibrations. Parinama ekatvat vastu tattvam. Parinama ekatvat vastu tattvam. The result is the same one in the matter, in the vastu or anything that is matter, material, it's vastu tattva. Sutra number 15, we'll close over there for today. Vastu samye chitta bhedat tayo vibhakti panthaha. In the external matter, it can look at it will look the same. However, the chitta may be different, and as a result of it, the tayo of that, vibhakta means separated, pantaha means path. So what happens is, two people can on the physical material plane may look the same. However, because the chitta is different, it will give a different flow of the lifetime. So the thing is, you see, so this is the explanation of how all of this flows, the karma is flowing. So from Sutra number 16, we will begin tomorrow. So with this, we will close over here.
Can I ask one quick question there, Rajanji?
Yes, please go ahead.
So that the past and present separated by dharma, is there dharma of the righteousness or dharma is the religion form?
No. Past and present are separated by the flow of, by the sanskaras that you have. However, how they express themselves is according to the needs of the dharma at each point in time.
So Dr. Rajan, one quick question.
No, one second. Kiranji, is that clear?
No, not yet. Just can you, so you're talking about the dharma, just explain a little bit one more time, please.
The needs of the cosmic dharma are different at different points in time.
Okay, I see.
So according to the time, what is expressing is the bundle of the karma kleshas that are sitting within you.
Okay, I got it.
And it expresses differently according to the needs of the time. Yes, Vijendra.
Yeah, just a quick, so the klesha is with all the lower level living beings also, right? Animals and birds and bacteria, all that.
That is conceptually correct.
Okay, thanks.
But the klesha is there, but reactivity, we don't know.
Yeah, consciousness. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you,
With
Rajan.
that,
Dr. Rajan,
Tara Narasimhan, go ahead.
I just want to quickly ask you, if chitta is a binding factor, irrespective of how all these different, you can be born anywhere, you can give all these things. So does chitta have to continue with us all along till we finish our
cycle?
Yeah, chitta is the programmed entity, and that programmed entity also has something which is your wireless modem connected into the cosmos, right? And so this is where we are in the 4th chapter. When we come to the last 4 sutras, you will actually the second last sutra, you will realize in the final state that chitta whatever programs are there are completely eliminated, except the one program that seeks to be connected with God. So the chitta is not 100% eliminated in that case. Then it stays the concept of everlasting, happiness in heaven or connected with God, the concept of Nitya Suri coming from the Vishishta Advaita, concept and Dvaita concepts, all of this.
Yeah.
So that is there. And then the second aspect it will explain the last sutra is Chitta Shakti Eva. The other is the chitta completely breaks down and it becomes part of the cosmic energy. So the Yoga Sutra says both these philosophical points are equally valid. In other words, from the Yoga Sutra perspective, people to say Advaita, Vishishta Advaita, all of those, everything is true. There is no problem with whichever way in which.
we evolve by that time, you kind of practice it at that point. Is that how it develops?
That's right. Actually, the key part is I will need to reference if at some point in time, well, actually, I'll do it right here. You see, what happens is the concept of evolution. What is that? The concept of evolution is increasing of the Atma Vidya. Now, the Atma Vidya, that is the avidya, goes away little by little in each new birth, right? So you remember in the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna asks Krishna, that is, if you practice your yoga, your dhyana and all of this and the yogic approach for in this lifetime, but you fall off the path, whatever you have gained, do you keep it with you or do you lose it? And Krishna answers, no, you don't lose it. It'll carry on with you in your next lifetime. What is it that carries on with you? Atma Vidya.
Atma Vidya.
Right? And so that is the real crux of the evolutionary process. So we have exceeded by our time over here. Keep your questions ready for tomorrow. We'll continue.
Thank you, Dr. Rajan. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all. Bye-bye. Thank you, Dr. Rajan, sir.